storytellers and writers. Welcome to another episode of I'll Read That, the show where your stories get heard. Whether you're an unpublished author, a self-published independent, or just someone who wants, someone else to read their story, this is where you're going to be able to shine. In each episode, I'm going to do my best to read your story aloud. Just giving it a voice, a platform, and more importantly, a chance to grow as an author. You'll get feedback from fellow writers, readers, and other creatives to help you really sharpen and polish your craft and really take your story to that next level. So, if you've been waiting and praying for someone to read your story, I'll read that. Now, remember, you got to submit it for me to read it. So let's do that. Let's grow together, and let's see what we can do. Don't forget, it doesn't cost you anything. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you have something to share, you already know what to do. So this is part 3 of Thassodar Jax, and we're still in the prologues. This is prologue number 3. And we're just going to get into it. Author's David Jase. His information and everything you can find in the description below. But we're just going to jump in. This is Thassodar Jax, Galactic Ranger. The cargo ship. Kul Mahater at Chotimiya Station, 20 Toline solar revolutions ago. Jakar reached back out of the tiny access panel and into his tool chest. He pulled out a hammer, a cyclone wrench, a tube of silicate epoxy, and small utility laser blade, a tool for each tentacle, not counting the ones holding his light and problem report, or the 2 he was standing on. Of course, but one never really thinks of those as tentacles. Anyway, he squeezed the tools into the small space, holding some over his mantle to keep them out of the way until needed. Just a few more minutes and I'll have your pollen dispenser back online, he called through the metal wall. He was answered by a soft whimpering sound. He kept working. Do you like jokes? 2 Volcaseats walk into a water hole on a space station. The one guy asks for water. The other guy orders a Toline vodka. Jakar traded the cyclone wrench for the hammer. The barkeep says, "We don't serve heavy drinks here, kid." Jakar changed his voice for the barkeeper, a low, rumbling voice. The Volcasites want to know why not, and he says, "Because the gravity's turned off." Get it? The soft, whimpering sound grew louder. Jakar shrugged. Guess you have to have the right engineer to get it. Still no laughter from the other side of the wall. He curled one tentacle around the tube of epoxy and squeezed a liberal amount between the fittings of the machinery. That should do it. His tentacles slipped out of the access hatch first, dropping the tools back into the chest and then pulling the rest of him out. He stood on the thick lower pedestals and stretched. He hadn't been able to straighten his mantle for the last hour in the cramped access chamber. It had likely been designed for smaller bipedal species, like most things in the galaxy. Stupid chairs. If you don't fit, you can't sit. He turned and looked through the clear glass of the enclosure. The girl was bipedal, but she had a long antenna coming out of the top of her head and oversized compound eyes. Not big by his standards, of course, but larger than the average species with eyes. Her most striking feature, though, were the wings that grew from the back of her thorax, huge, golden things with rich purple markings and dark veins running through them. They were half again as tall as her body and probably about as wide as her outstretched arms. He couldn't be sure, since she had mostly kept her arms guarded about her chest. She moved away from the glass, away from him. Her whimpering changed to a choking sob. Hey, I'm not going to hurt you. That's not my job. And it would be bad for business anyway. She didn't respond. Name's Dorsch. I'm the engineer. Look, you've got nothing to be afraid of. You're going You're going to the menagerie. She shook her head slowly. He was speaking Galactic Common. She should be able to understand him. It's not a bad place, honestly. I was born there myself. They'll treat you real good. All the food you can eat. Oh, that reminds me. Jakar turned the pollen dispenser back on, and with a gentle whir, a ball of yellow mush dropped into the tray on the side of the wall. There you go. That's my job to make sure you get to the menagerie safely. She hesitated, looking back and forth between the pollen ball and Dorsch. Finally, she fluttered to the wall and grabbed the pollen ball, stuffing it into her mouth before fluttering to the back wall as far from him as she could get. Yeah, I don't blame you for being afraid. But you'll get a new family at the menagerie. You'll probably have cute babies, so they'll want to keep them around. If the tourists don't like the exhibit, it doesn't stay. One tentacle pointed back at himself. A loud klaxon sounded and lights flared around the ship. Duslach! He charged from the specimen cages toward the bridge. The lights flashed around him the whole way. The alarm echoed off the metal walls. He activated the security cameras and swore again. A team of galactic rangers, recognizable even in the security feed by their black and starlit uniforms, were boarding the ship. The rest of the crew was aboard the station. He was the only one still on the ship. Had they captured the rest of the crew already? If not, they were going to take the ship anyway, because he was the only one there to defend it. The leaders were approaching the bridge. Their only one option. He opened the doors. Hi, fellas. Did we forget to turn in our docking permits? I swear my captain is so forgetful. I'm just the engineer. But I can get to the captain if you like. I think he's on the station somewhere. Only take a minute. He moved to the doorway and the rangers raised their weapons. By the orders of the Galactic Council, you are... Yeah, I know the routine. He raised all 6 tentacles. That's the end of prologue number 3. Very short prologue. I don't want to discredit any of the writing. I do trip over my words sometimes. There was a couple instances where the spacing and the writing kind of mushed in together. And it might be just the way I read it. But I like this character. I'm not sure I understand entirely all the things that were being described in the beginning as a necessity for it. I mean, the first paragraph, it just kind of confused me. Maybe just because I was reading it weird. But I'm going to read it one more time. Jakar reached back out of the tiny access panel and into his tool chest. He pulled out a hammer, a cyclone wrench, a tube of silicate epoxy, and small utility laser blade. A tool for each tentacle, not counting the one holding his light and problem report, or the 2 he was standing on, of course, but one never really thinks of those as tentacles anyways. Okay. Again, I'm reading this for the first time with you guys, so you were all kind of understanding it together. But yeah, I would say I want to know more about this creature and what's going on, but I think I like this character. I don't think the joke was necessary. But again, I'm not the writer. So if you have a critique on this, if you have a comment, if you have some kind of thing to help the spacing out a little bit, or maybe even to help me, read it better, alien languages aren't my forte. So, comment, let us know what you think, and, we'll just keep chugging on, and hopefully we learn more and the story progresses at a better, more, interesting pace. We're still in the prologues right now, but we'll get to the actual beginning of the book fairly soon. So, again, if you guys have a story that's just waiting to be read, your wife, your husband doesn't want to read it, I want to read it. I want to hear it. So send me your unpublished, your self-published works in the email in my description, and I might feature you in an upcoming episode of I'll Read That. So help me build this community where writers, readers support each other, and everybody's story has the opportunity to be heard. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a dime. And drop your thoughts in the comments, because your feedback really could help the next generation of writers. So keep writing, and remember, guys, I'll read that.